It's your girl, Michelle D.I., Mrs. Divine Intervention herself. To all my helper bees out there, you know who you are. Those that are always helping everyone else and neglecting yourself. Yes, boo, look in the mirror. I'm talking to you. Here to let you know God has not forgotten about you. I've been sent on divine assignment. It's time for reflections, choosing me guilt free. That means 30 minutes for your mind, your body, spirit, and emotions. And don't act like you don't have time. You have time for everyone and everything else. Sit back and relax because if we're here, that means this show is for you or it's for someone you know. But most likely, it's for both of y'all. Deep breaths, love. Let's go. Hey family, hey family, hey family. It is your girl, Michelle Allen Franklin. Yes, this is Michelle D.I. Why? You know, for divine intervention, because there are no coincidences in this world, only God's divine intervention in our lives. And Mrs. Community Builder, why? Because you know your girl's going to give you the good information, boo, the things you need for your mind, your body, your spirit, and your emotions. And family, it is Monday. That means that your girl is on the radio. You're hearing my voice. It's Monday, July the 21st, and we are back live on the radio. How y'all doing? How y'all doing on this beautiful Monday? Listen, your girl just heard some very disturbing news. I can't even talk about anything else. Before I say this, I just heard that Malcolm Jamal Warner has passed away. Who is Malcolm Jamal Warner? I don't know. Where you been, boo? If you don't know who Malcolm Jamal Warner is, that is Theo from The Cosby Show. Who didn't grow up watching The Cosby Show now? Who didn't? I'm not talking to you if you look, we can't be friends. Listen, The Cosby Show every Thursday night at 8 o'clock. Your girl was posted up, yes, on my little black and white 13-inch watching The Cosby Show. I just want to say, send prayers out to his family. They say reports are saying, and I looked it up before, it said TMZ, CNN, People magazine, all of the news outlets are reporting that he was 54 years old, was on a vacation with his family, and passed away while swimming, drowned. And so, y'all, it is just confirmation, right? Confirmation that life is too short, y'all. We never know the time or the place. Can you imagine being on vacation and having such a tragic thing to happen to his family? And so, again, we're sending prayers out to the family. And again, just a reminder for us all that we got to pull it together, right? We have got to pull it together. And so, listen, whatever you have to do to get it right, because some of us out here thinking we have it right, honey. You know in your spirit, you might be, I call it fronting a little bit, acting like you have it together. We got to stop pretending like we have it together and come on and get it together. Get that spirit right with the Lord, because you just never know the time, the place, nor the hour that life will change dramatically, right? I know that's not a way to start the show off, but I had to say it. I had to say it. I had to say it. Now, what I was planning to talk about to start the show off was how grateful I was to be a volunteer at Love Thy City yesterday. Saturday. Saturday was the Love Fest, Love Thy City. I want to give a shout out to each and every person that was there, the people that came out. Love Thy City, y'all. I can't even begin to say how amazing. I just think this event is one, the thought to have a vision, and the visionary Bishop Demarcus Pearson, and to have a vision and then to bring that vision to fruition just by sharing it, right? Something just as simple as sharing your vision and then God aligning the right people up to bring the vision to pass. Y'all, last year, this year, it was amazing. I can't wait to next year. Love Thy City is an organization that brings all it brought all of us together. People from all walks of life were there. It did not matter how much money you had, how much money you didn't have. If you love God, if you didn't know God and you wanted to find out about God, if you needed prayer, if you needed a mental health break, if you needed some information, honey, it was there. They had resources there for each and every facet of life, and it was and is amazing. And so just want to give a shout out to them, and just say I was grateful to be a part of Love Thy City as a volunteer. And best believe we'll be doing it each and every year that the Lord allows me to be on this side of heaven. That's how strongly I feel about it. I want to give a shout out to their leadership team. Again, I'm pulling it up right here on the website. Love Thy City. What are they about? It is a challenge. They have a challenge. What is it that we could do together that we as a single organization, business, or executive cannot accomplish by ourselves? It is to unite cities by expressing tangible love for spiritual and societal transformation. Their vision is to exhibit our love for the East Texas area by demonstrating our love for God and expressing love for our neighbors through through spiritual gifts and tangible acts of service. Y'all know your girl is an acts of service type of girl. I love it. I love it. I love it. The core values and love God, love people. The partnership says collaboration for mutual benefit. Unity says together we are better at fostering a sense of community connectedness. Diversity says embracing our differences and breaking down barriers to create an environment of value and respect for all. And service is mobilizing the Christian community for transformation, solutions, and a lasting impact. Again, it is the visionary Bishop DeMarcus Pearson. He is the founder and CEO of Reveal Church Tyler. They didn't pay me for this, y'all, but I'm telling you, I'm so impressed by this. I love it so much. I have to tell you, these the group of individuals that come together that is on the board: Steve Fitzgerald, of Fitzgerald Architects. Then you have Tim Brookshires. Yes, you seen the Brookshire signs in Tyler. Yes, Tim Brookshires says 2024 chair board member. Who else? Dr. Doug Baker. He's a director. He's the lead pastor of Marvin Methodist Church. Then you have Reverend Brian Leitner. It says he is the director and senior pastor of St. James CME. Then you have Goodwill CEO. Kimberly Lewis is the director over there. It's the director of Love, that one of the directors. Shane Coleman is another director. And then you had another director, Reverend Rodney Carey. Honey, when I tell you Reverend Rodney Carey was out in the hallways yesterday, Saturday, asking people, I saw him a few times walking by, do you need prayer? Do you need prayer? This lady walked by, yes, I do need prayer. I'm going to go grab my husband and I'm coming back. I said, I know that's right, Lord. I know that's right. It was just beautiful. People came over to the wellness center because I was over in the Rose Stadium greeting people, in the Rose Garden, greeting people, and 2 or 3 people came over there and said, I just came for prayer. And I could direct them, go over there, right over the building next door. And there, it's right there. That was a beautiful feeling. Reverend Rodney Carey is the senior pastor at College Hill Missionary Baptist Church. Then you have another director, Miss Yvette Zavarts. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Zavance, but Fusion Radio is where she is. And then you have Jim Nip, he's another director. He's part of the Genesis Group. Then you have Michelle Mills is another director. She is with the Better Business Bureau. Central East Texas. And then you have the most beautiful spirit you ever want to have on this side of earth working for you and with you, honey, Mr. Lennon Thomas. He is such a beautiful spirit, and he is the executive director. I'm saying shout out to all of y'all on this board. Y'all did an amazing job. I had to take, what is that? 7 minutes to tell y'all about it. To tell y'all about it because it was amazing. I feel it speaks to me so because what I recognize when you guys know my story, I spiraled in depression, anxiety, and panic attacks in 2015 after my big mama and my stepfather passed away. Just 2 months right behind each other back to back. And to have that significant grief, I spiraled and started having panic attacks and did not know that I was in this just caught up in this web of depression and anxiety. For 2 years I suffered, right? But one of the things when I started my healing journey and I started realizing what was happening and I got intentional about my life and I started fasting and I said, Lord, why? We're always asking God, why do things happen to us? And what I've learned is that things do not happen to us, they happen for us. So, what is it that has happened in your life that God is trying to show you? What is the lesson, honey? What is the blessing? What is He entrusting you with? And so that's how I look at it. I said, Lord, not why is this happening to me, but Lord, what would you have me do with all of this information? Once I start learning and discovering and realizing, my behavior, I thought I was just hitting the snooze button because I was tired. I was going to work. I was doing all the church functions. I was doing all of the things, right? I'm doing different speaking engagements and all the stuff. I was tired, but that was not why I was hitting that snooze button, boo. It just wasn't that why. Mm-mm. Your girl, that's a sign. That's one of the signs. It was longer than 2 weeks that I was hitting that snooze button. So that's just a problem, right? If you're doing anything, any behavior longer than 2 weeks, something else is happening, boo. That's that. Take inventory, right? That's self-reflection. So I started, looking at my behavior, looking at my actions, trying to figure out, Michelle, okay, why are you doing that? Why did you allow this to happen? Why? Why? Taking just my inventory and having some self accountability, right? Sometimes we need other people to hold us accountable, and then other times we need to hold ourselves accountable, right? And so, why are you doing this? But what I came to at that period in point in time, my pastor was Pastor Tyrone Dorsey, and I remember him preaching one Sunday about purpose. And I thought, okay, purpose. What is my purpose? What am I supposed to do with this? And what I found is that when you walk in your purpose, it opens the door and allows someone else to walk in theirs. Right. When I was drowning, I felt stuck. Your girl has always been positive. I've always been helping and doing and a leadership in nursing. I've been a nurse for 25 years. I've always been that one. Right. But at this period of point in time, I didn't want to lead anything. I didn't want to do anything. My drive was gone. I felt complacent. I had gained all this weight. I had no vision, no drive. Nothing was happening. And I couldn't, even if I wanted to do it, I couldn't bring myself to do it. Why? When you walk in your purpose, I heard the ladies earlier today say, when anything that the devil, you give him a little crack door, he's gonna open that thing up and just he's gonna bust it wide open. He's gonna use anything, he's gonna use any opportunity. And for some of us, grief is the way, right? When you're grieving, that is the door that opens up for all of these other things to start happening. It is a way to leave you in complacency. It is a way to have you feeling stuck, to not want to walk in purpose, right? And so that is one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about grief and teaching about grief because it is so multifaceted and it's so many layers, and it affects us in ways that we have no idea, on a subconscious realm, right? That we have no idea that it's happening. But I know for sure when you walk in your purpose, you will inspire others to walk in theirs. What Love Thy City has done, what the people that I watched when I didn't feel like being the motivational person, when I didn't feel like I didn't have it, and I'm watching Eric Thomas, I'm watching Inky Johnson, I'm watching Ayanna Van Zant, I'm watching, um, Miles Monroe, right? I'm watching these people and I'm like, I want to do that. How am I going to do that when I don't want to get out of the bed? Lord, how am I going to do that? But those people were walking in purpose. And so they were inspiring me. I can't do it today, but one day I'm going to do that. I pray that in my voice and you hear me, you saying to yourself, I can't do that today. Or how is she doing that? How did they do that? Love Thy City put on an event. I want to do that one day. Right? I have women conferences inside of me, right? I go and I speak at different events and different things and all of this, but I know I have conferences in me. I know that I have healing. How can I get there? That's what Love Thy City does for me. I hope it did something for you, for those people that are there. If you wasn't there, I pray that next year you remember this message and you want to sign up. If you believe in the love of God, if you believe in the love of Jesus, honey, I promise you, you won't regret being a part of that event. I promise you, you won't. And so that's, I feel so passionate about it. Can you hear it? I feel so passionate about it. When you walk in your purpose, you will inspire others to walk in theirs. And so I challenge you, like, what are you doing to inspire somebody else? What dream do you have in you? Because God has given us all vision. He's given us all a gift. He's given us all something. So what are you doing to help someone else? Yeah, answer it. What are you what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, let me tell y'all what's coming up. I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm gonna leave you alone. But let me tell you what I have coming up. What is gonna be coming up? So, y'all know, if y'all been listening to your girl, if you knew that we only have 30 minutes on the radio, but I have a podcast. It is called Reflections, CMGF. That is Reflections Choosing Me Guilt Free. Why? Because us helper bees, us that help everyone in the world, always feel guilty about helping ourselves and doing for ourselves. So it's Reflections, Choosing Me Guilt Free. It is my YouTube channel. It's at YouTube. And it is just, videos, things that inspire you. It is lessons. It's education, right? Your girl is a nurse educator. It's education about the subconscious realm, about things that, may be holding you hostage, why you're trying to figure out, why do you have this anger inside of you? I have a video on that. If you're trying to figure out why you can't move forward in something and you feel afraid all the time, I have a video of fear on that. It's called the Demonic Entity series. That, I believe, the Lord gave me as my most powerful series to date. Because that subconscious, that stuff that holds you subconsciously, you don't even know what's happening. You can't figure out, why am I doing this? Why am I acting like this? Why am I, what's going on? Unforgiveness in your heart. Your girl is very transparent because, it just is what it is. I feel like the Lord has given it to me because I'm going to tell you about it, and I'm not going to be embarrassed about it. It's not pretty, right? It's not fluffy. You know what I mean? Like, people want things to be nice and fluffy and wrapped up in a bow, and then you want it to be, we in a microwave society. So you want your healing to just happen fast. Can I just go to one therapy session and it be over? No, boo. Why do you think it's just like weight? People start a weight loss journey and they just want, in 30 days, you want this magic pill for 30 days? How much am I going to lose? in 30 days. Boo, you done had this weight on for 20 years. Why do you think? Why do you think it's just going to disappear in 30 days? No, honey, it is the work. This is a lifelong journey of work. And so it is just an eye opener, right? If we don't start, what I realize is that if we don't start to just do what? The self reflection, and then just acknowledge that we are not perfect, and that's okay, right? We are not perfect, but that's okay. Let me say it again for the people in the back. I said, we are not perfect. There's somebody out there trying to be perfect. They want all the things to line up. You want it to be. I'm gonna start on Monday because Monday, for some reason, is just the day that everything magically is supposed to be great and happen for the start date. I'm gonna start on Monday. No, honey, if you're supposed to do something, start something, do it today. Get up right now. What is the plan? Just do it. So let me tell y'all what I'm doing now. Okay. This next season, for the rest of the year, your girl is starting a new video blog. Um, I realized that I have been just letting some things go, little things, right? In the mindset, like we all do, but little things that I have been letting go. A few years ago, I went to out there at Dr. Wilkinson's office. He is an amazing orthodontist here in Tyler. And I wanted to do Invisalign because I had a vision that your girl is going to get her Oprah on. I'm going to be, on some amazing stages eventually. And I wanted to make sure that my smile was right, right? So I was like, I'm going to get this Invisalign because I got to make sure when I start getting these invitations that my smile is going to be ready and right. And so at that period of time, I had some people tell me, Michelle, your smile is beautiful. What are you talking about? Yes, it's fine. Yeah, my smile is beautiful because y'all not looking at what I see every day. I have a tooth that's a little bit shorter than the other tooth, right? My teeth have shifted because I had my wisdom teeth pulled, back in the day. And the teeth now, little by little over the years. And so now I have a gap. And then the one side, they moved up. Now, because the one side is moved up at the top, then that made the bottom tooth reach up. And now that tooth has moved up. So I have one tooth at the bottom that's long and one tooth at the top that's short. Now that's not cute. And I can smile and make it so you can't see it, of course, but I wanted the real deal. So here I was out there at Dr. Wilkinson's office, went to get my Invisalign. But one thing that happens with your girl, and this is just true transparency, and again, coming from knowing myself, is that if something is happening, if I get stressed, I eat. I'm a stress eater, right? I've shared that with y'all. I feel like I have a food addiction, some things that I have some tendencies, right? Just true transparency. That's my thing. Some people drink, I eat. Okay. So I was not compliant with the Invisalign. Like I was not compliant. Lord forbid I'd be doing all the stuff and then I'm tired. I will forget. One time I was at my baby girl award ceremony. She was in 8th grade. Took them out to eat the little whatever. Left them sitting on the table. The people threw them away. I'm just it's not working. It didn't work for me. I thought, but I wanted it to be fast. Oh no, they gotta be clear because I really don't want people to see it. So I got the clear ones and I did all the things and blah, blah, blah. And here we are 2 years later, and what's happening? My teeth are still the way that they were. Okay. So I went last week to Dr. Wilkinson's office. I'm gonna get braces. Why am I telling you all that? Because one, I have a dental phobia. And I want to tell those people out there who are neglecting their teeth, because we all do it, have insurance for years. I've had insurance for years, but did not go get my teeth, clean, checked, none of the stuff because I have that dental phobia. We'll talk a little bit more about that next week. But nevertheless, we are neglecting ourselves. I want to say, what are you neglecting? I'm asking a question today. What are you neglecting? Is it your teeth? Is it your hair? Is it your skin? Is it your weight? Is it your body? Right? So I'm starting this video blog because I am just going to share my journey the rest of the year of what I'm going to be doing, the things that I have neglected. So my teeth were one. I'm getting braces. So I'm going to talk about that. My hair is another. I had, was very, very stressed a couple of years ago and my hair fell out. And so y'all always see me. I had these really cute wigs on and y'all know I be looking cute. But underneath, right? Underneath, which I used to never wear wigs because I always loved my hair, right? But since I've been here in Texas, not so much because I've been neglecting myself, right? We're going to be talking about self neglect. So I've been neglecting myself, neglecting my hair. So finding a good person to do my hair. I have a very traumatic situation that happened, and I didn't realize this till I was in therapy, but I had a very traumatic situation that happened when I was younger that has kept me from trusting um, people with my hair. And so I healed from that. And so I feel like I'm ready to address that now. And of course, that my hair fell out. So I'm like, okay, it's time, right? So I'm asking you, what is it time for you to do? What is something that you maybe have been afraid of? Figure out why you're afraid of it so that you can move past it. And again, not something that was just right up in my face. Like if you would have asked me, I just would have said, well, I haven't found the right person to do my hair and I don't trust everyone with my hair. But there was another layer to that as to why. Of course, we'll talk about that on the video blog. The other thing is my finances. I'm going to be talking about my finances. So, your girl's a nurse, I've been a nurse for 25 years. So everybody thinks, oh, you're a nurse, you always make good money, blah, blah, blah. Well, not so much. I moved from Baltimore, Maryland to come down 10 years ago in 2015 to help take care of my dad because he had 2 strokes. Well, I took a significant pay cut. And everybody was like, oh, Michelle, the cost of living is cheaper down here. Yeah, it is. But nevertheless, that pay cut did something, you know. And so just recovering from all of the things, right? From that significant pay cut from 10 years ago and the ripple effect of that it's had on my life. Now I just have to take some time and address it, right? And get a plan together. So when we're talking about a budget, just very simple little things like that of a budget and how to move forward if you have, some things. I lost my job 2 years ago. And so, and I'm just going to talk about that journey and how to move forward from these unexpected things that happen in life. So that is the plan for the rest of the year on this video blog. So it is going to be on YouTube, on the YouTube channel, Reflections Choosing Me, Guilt Free. It will be under the video blog tab. And so that is going to start. Also, I took a photo shoot, and I'm going to tell you all about this real quick, which was amazing. Had me in tears on Friday. I went to Dallas and did this photo shoot because it was a self-love photo shoot. And I'll get into the details of that a little bit more on Friday, but it brought me to tears because in the photo shoot, again, I never do things for myself. I'm one of those people that pay and do and go for everyone else, right? But I went for this photo shoot and then it might have been something where somebody would have said, why are you paying this much or that amount or whatever? And you know why? Because I'm worth it. Because I want to. In my Tabitha Brown voice, because it's my business. Okay. So that's why I am with that. We are doing self-neglect the rest of the year. And I want you to go over to YouTube, follow your girl on the channel. It is free. Subscribe, Reflections CMGF. That is Reflections Choosing Me Guilt Free. And remember, again, people, when you walk in your purpose, you do inspire others to walk in theirs. And so, see you next week, babe. For tuning in to Reflections Choosing Me Guilt Free with your girl, Miss Michelle D.I. Every week, we will have the uncomfortable but necessary conversations as it relates to your mind, your body, your spirit, and emotions. You've suffered long enough. It's time to break free. So join me every Monday at 1 p.m. right here on KGLD Radio, where you can fill your spirit with gospel all day long. See you next week.